Hey fam, welcome back to Life Beyond Narcissism. Yes, we are live. Thank you so much, sis, for tapping the screen. Hey, Andrea, how is it going tonight, sis? So grateful to see you. Listen, we are live on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. We're here with co-host Spencer tonight, and we're going into the death of the narcissist, okay? The unaliving of the narcissist, okay? So if you're not ready for this, then you want to hop off right now. But if you're anywhere excited and ready for some new information and understand what does it mean when the narcissists have lost you as the new supply, like what is probably going on with them? How are they making it out? Because I know you're on this side of the fence wondering, what's going on with the narcissist? Do they miss me? Am I worth it? Am I worthy enough? Am I even, like you don't even know your worth. You don't even understand that you're the one that was keeping up the relationship. You're the one that was holding everything together while they had the facade on the entire time. So when you stepped away, the mask fell off and everything got exposed. So you know what you're doing, but you're just not sure if you're doing the right thing and how is it playing out. Well, you have joined the channel because we're going to get into the topic tonight. So for those of you guys who are new, welcome back to Life Beyond Narcissism. And for those of you day one, my love day ones, welcome back, family, to another night. You already know we go live every Tuesday and Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here live on Life Beyond Narcissism on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Come on in. So without further ado, your special guest, you guys requested him. You guys wanted him back on the show. His voice is coming in, okay? So without further ado, Spencer, welcome on in. Welcome in. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? I actually got some real lights this time, everybody, so it doesn't look like an orange little Martian or something going on. I was lighting my room with a bunch of salt lamps, so that was my technique for that one. So now I'm more professional, so I appreciate it.
We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. Welcome in. Hey, Kelly. Oh my goodness. Wait. Yeah, that is my sis, Chelly, chatting with Chelly. Hey, sis, how's it going? Listen, Wise, you beat Danielle to the punch tonight, okay? You came in before Danielle tonight. Like, Danielle, what's going on, okay? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, Wise. It's such a pleasure to see you. You had so many great information last week, and we love the conversation. We ended on Thursday night, which was an extra night, on a heavy note with great questions, and we're so grateful to be back tonight for another show. Courtney, welcome in the house. I see you showing up for Zia. Hey, sis, welcome in the house. You know what we do here. So let's get into the topic, get into the discussion. And for those of you guys who are on TikTok, I love you, family. Welcome in. Click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hey, mama, yo, mama. And come on over to the YouTube chat right now. Like, we're going to go into conversation. I have a special guest on tonight, and we're going to get into the conversation. So we left off. Wait. So let's jump back into this. Okay. So you're not just going to come on and give us a sweet voice and just kind of,
I can't.
So we kind of left off where you were talking about how you met the narcissist and how you guys, were all in sync and, things were going really good. You guys exercising together, liking the same things, having tacos and margarita. And, we kind of got into the gist of how you guys met. So I wanted to understand, because why would you walk away if that's what the relationship was about?
Yeah.
If you have all of this goodness, why would you let it go? Why would you, if this was so great, why would you want to let it go? So listen, guys, welcome back to the channel. Hop on in, join the live, join the discussion. We're live on YouTube as well. So come on in. Spencer, tell me about it. Like, I'm invested in this story, okay? I'm very invested, and I'm sure we can all say we're invested. Courtney said radio, she love it, okay? The radio voices in the house, she loves it.
Coming in hot.
Give it to us.
Yeah, so just to do like a quick recap. So basically, we're at the point where we got together, we moved in, it was about 3 months in, kind of around that range there. And obviously before that, I got, I said, hey, a week before I got baptized, or the week that I got baptized, it was like a week later that I basically met her, went through all the stages, went through all the stuff. And then 3 months in, hey, we're moving in. We're taking the next step. So got rid of my nice place that I had, moved into this place, which I said it was kind of a downgrade, but it's all right. It's like I can fix this place up, kind of go from there. And then really what happened right after that was a very weird series of events that I didn't say last time. But so after I got baptized, I met her. And then literally a week later, I lost my job. I actually got laid off. And I was actually working like pretty much all the time. And so what I was able to do essentially after that 3 months is I told her, I said, hey, I can move in and I have, a great amount of savings so I can still take care of everything. I can still pay the bills. I can still buy us food, every night, whatever we need. We can go out, we can go on vacations. Like nothing's going to change at all because I was able to accumulate a substantial amount of money over the years through COVID and all that stuff to basically be able to take care of the situation if something happened, because that's always been kind of my game plan is that like, I can't always rely on a job. So if I get laid off or something like that, I'm trying to take care of my family. Like I want to make sure that I'm always there no matter what. And so that was pretty much how things kind of started off, right off the bat was like, okay, I got laid off, still going to pay for everything. And then that's where things started getting kind of weird. So as basically, I'm paying constantly for things. To be honest with you all, like I was spending about $3,000 a month, if not more, on all the bills and everything in general, paying for everybody's food. And that's where things started getting very shifty because she started basically saying and gaslighting me and telling me that, I'm not really actually paying the bills. I'm not doing anything. I'm not contributing at all. And because I'm not working, I'm less than. So me personally, I was like, okay, fair enough. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to start working on my own projects, things I've always wanted to do. Like you guys were saying, the voice thing, did a lot of voiceovers, did a lot of things like that, tried a variety of different jobs just to be like, you know what? I want to be one of those people that said, hey, I had the opportunity to try something. Let me see if I can make some money do that. And that's what I started doing. I started, working on my own projects, being the stay-at-home dad, if you will, like taking care of her stepdaughter, taking care of her, making sure the house was clean when you got home, making sure the food was ready to go, making sure everything was essentially taken care of because I was at home trying to make money, applying for jobs and doing all that fun stuff. So that's basically, I think, where, start migrating into the gaslighting and all that fun jazz.
No, the chat is going off, okay? The chat is going off and they're asking, wait, 3 months? 3 weeks? Like, wait, what? Like, how much did you possibly know about this person to move in for 3 months?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know if I've ever said this, okay? So I'm going to say it now.
Yeah.
Okay? At least you moved in 3 months. I got married in 3 months.
See, that's where that was headed.
Because things move so fast. Yeah, you got. Okay.
Yeah,
you were ready to do the relationship thing, to be that person. And you were ready for all the responsibilities that comes with it because it feels like you found your person, it sounds like, and you're here
100%.
ready to take on these responsibilities and to take it on. And I applaud you for doing these things. I got married too in 3 months.
Yeah, see,
it really makes you think, like, do you even know who you're getting involved with?
You don't.
Of course, the gaslight is going to come in where you're hearing stuff like, oh, you're not really paying the bills. Oh, you're not really doing this. Oh, you're not really doing it. Of course, you're going to get that type of gaslighting, and you're really internalizing these things and telling yourself like, you know what? Maybe I'm really not worth it. Maybe I'm not. Yes, it's the savings and it's getting paid, but then I'm probably given that illusion that I'm worthless because I'm not physically going to work, but we're not in need of anything. So it's like one is contradicting the other. So I can see how it's playing with your emotions and it's playing on you. And that's not a good place to be in at all. So wow. How did you handle those emotions, those feelings of, you're not good enough? Even though you're paying the bills, you're doing these things, how did you handle those emotions of you're not good enough? Because that's basically what it is. Hey,
Yeah.
Jay Steele, welcome in. Andrea, I see you came over on YouTube. Welcome in. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. I know we get caught up in the conversation and it's juicy, but please support your girl and hit the like button. Go ahead, Spence.
Yeah. So basically, like for me, like working through that is like, again, I'm working out all the time, taking care of the house, making sure there's no reason for you to come home and be upset. There's no reason for you to say anything, like making everything essentially like, a security blanket for you, if you will. Like you come home, things are comfortable. You've been working all day. Everything's taken care of. Your bills. Oh, I lose you. Oh,
you're fine. I was just telling them the channel so they could hop on over.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
you're fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to mute so I could just tell them it's
No,
Life
you're
Beyond Narcissism on YouTube. I didn't want to disturb you.
No, you're fine. So yeah, I mean, it was, and again, it's not that I wasn't applying for jobs. I was applying, I think within that time period, I think I applied for over 20,000 jobs. And I actually ended up going and working at a mechanic shop because I was like, you know what, if this is what I have to do to basically get this person to relax and chill, even though things are being paid for, all that stuff in general, I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to go work at a tire shop. So I went to like a mechanic tire shop, started working there. Obviously people were kind of like, what are you doing here? Like you were a software engineer. Like, why are you working at this place? And so even then, as I'm like proving myself and showing, hey, like I'll work anywhere. If that means that I'm able to take care of myself and my family, then I will do it. And that's again, where things start shifting and the gaslighting comes in, that basically I'm not taking those steps. I'm not doing these things. And it's like, I have the receipts. I have the numbers of how much money I spent in that year because that's what I do. I know the amount of money that I spend. And that's where it got, extremely crazy to me that I'm like, I'm showing this person, hey, here's how much money I'm spending. And you're telling me no. And not only that, but you're gaslighting me and being like, see, all you do is throw it in our face about how much money you're spending on us or how the gifts we're getting for you or why are you doing this or why are you buying that? And you always throw it in our face. And it's like, actually, it's the complete opposite because you're the one getting mad at me for it and telling me that I'm not doing anything. I'm not paying anything. I'm not making custom blankets with your guys' faces on it and things like that. You know what I mean? Making these family things that you're supposed to do as a family.
So wait, like Andrea, you already got it. Okay. Andrea's like, exactly. Like it's mind blowing, y'all. When you get with a narcissistic person, they make you feel like you're not doing anything. And it's only because it's really a reflection of them. They're projecting them onto you. So they want to dump their feelings, their emotions, everything onto you so that you can internalize their feelings, the way how they feel crappy about themselves, the way how they feel worthless. They want to make sure that you feel that kind of way about yourself and excuse me, and leave you in a state where you have to constantly prove yourself. You have to constantly support your claim or bring evidence, bring receipt in order to validate what you're saying. But yet still, they're the one who's pushing you to validate this thing and then come back around and say, oh, you're throwing it in my face.
And not just that.
Wait, what am I supposed to do? Go ahead.
Well, yeah, not just that, but it's constant defending yourself. It's like you're being told that you're a liar, you're the one that's cheating, you're doing that, you're doing all of these things, even though you're working, you're taking care of the house, you're taking care of the family, and all these things are like, yeah, you're the liar. Actually, there's something wrong about you. I have this. She used to say, I always have this gut feeling that like something is wrong with you, something is terrible with you, and it's like, well, please enlighten me, because every time that you've told me that I'm a liar and I've proven myself time and time again, it starts to become gaslighting of, I never said that. I didn't call you a liar. I didn't question you. Why would I question you? You know what I mean?
You went through that too?
Yeah.
Hey, Energy, welcome in. I have to give you a shout out, Energy. Welcome in. Hey, Shanika, welcome in. So great to see you. Thank you guys so much for joining the live and hopping in the conversation. As you can see, we're digging in. We're going right into the conversation and we're talking about it. Hey, we all go through this. But why are they like this though? Why do they have to go to the extra mile, the extreme miles to gaslight you, make you feel like you're losing it. So you're left in a state of confusion, because that's the end goal right here now, is for you to be in a state of confusion. So if
Yeah.
you're not physically going out there, or if you're not doing things the way how they want you, that she's programming you. That's all she was doing, was programming you and constructing you to be able to do things the way she wanted them to be done. That's all she was really doing, is programming you. And now that's not your normal self, right? So now you're trying to become somebody that you're not. That's what we've all been through, is trying to rewire ourselves to be accepted by the narcissist. It's for them to actually say, like, yeah, now you're good enough. Like, yeah, you finally did what they said you're supposed to do. So you feel like, yeah, you qualify now. But then the goalposts keep moving. It shifts every time.
Yeah.
So even when you bring the receipts, you saw how it shift though?
Yeah.
That she came back and said you're throwing it in her face by buying gifts and doing things for them. And then she's saying that you're not doing it. So you're feeling like you're crazy and you need to validate this. You need to prove it. So now you get receipts to go ahead and show her like, hey, I really did do what I said I did.
Well, on top of that, to your point too, is like when you're with a narcissist and this is all going on, and like you said, you're proving yourself, and there's, the peak of the mountain that you have to keep climbing to for them. It's constantly changing, like you said, but like they're not willing to do the same thing. So they'll come to you and for, obviously in my example, I need you to do this in our relationship. I need you to do that. And then it's like, okay, so when I ask you to do something in the relationship, it becomes that doesn't exist. I don't do those things. So I'm willing to make the changes and the sacrifices and basically meet all the milestones and the goals. But you don't believe that you have any, and you don't believe that you should. And that's honestly the hardest part of that is watching yourself grow, becoming the better version of yourself while making this relationship better, and watching them do the same thing over and over and over again and not make the changes.
I am totally with you. I see Energy gave a comment and she's like, and all this that you're doing is basically to go harder.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the more they tell you that you're lying, the more they disbelieve you, the more they doubt you, the more they make you feel less than, is the more you want to go in harder just to prove yourself that you're not. And that's the worst feeling possibly, is that the whole relationship you're chasing after a feeling that's really not there, and they're just playing with you the whole time. Like, if nothing else would piss me off, is the fact that a narcissist is playing with me the entire time for the relationship. When you sit back and you think about it, it has to hurt. It must hurt.
Yeah.
Because they're taking you for a joke the whole time and taking your kindness as weakness and then using it as a weapon to leverage it over you. Like, that's ridiculous. That's beyond ridiculous, but that's the demonic mindset that they have. So if you can get away from one of these ones, man, just stay away from one of them. Just get out of it. Just get out. And just get out. Just get out.
Yeah. The escape plan is easier than being trapped to a narcissist. That's trapped in a prison of narcissism. Yeah. Escape. Get out of there.
Just get out. Courtney said, Courtney, I think that you be taking my stories. Okay, sis? Courtney, I think you be taking my stories. Courtney said, can you see her comment?
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's
girl. Yeah. I did the same thing.
Me too as well. Same exact thing. Yeah.
Same exact. You're not in this alone. I did the same exact thing, thinking that we're a family, thinking that we're in a relationship, thinking that we're bonding, thinking that, I did the same thing, Courtney. You're not alone in this. I did the same thing and lost a whole lot of money. Yeah. It's not even your time. It's your resources, your energy, everything about you, that there are these energy vampires that attach themselves to you to suck you dry and pull from you and take from you. I lost so much as well too. So you're never alone when you're with the narcissist. When you're with them, you're alone. But being in a room like this with us, your experience, you're not alone in what you're going through or in what you're experiencing. You're not alone, just so you know. So I'm like, when I tell you, I'm grateful that you guys show up and you're here. Let's talk about stuff like this so you can understand that there's some lesson. Like, I know it's hard. It's so hard, but there's some lesson behind this all, and we'll continue to dig into it and
And
see. So all the gifts and stuff that you're getting for her, you're doing things that any woman would want. Gift is a form of appreciation. It's a form of acknowledgement, endearment. It's so good. Like, we all want stuff like that. And then for you to be told that you're not doing it when you know you're actually doing it. So that's
yeah.
leaving you in a state of confusion.
Well, and to tag on to like what Courtney was saying too. So Courtney, so two days before we were about to close on our house, which I paid for the deposit, I paid for the inspection, I did all that stuff in general. I actually found the house. She decided to kick me out, put the house only in her name, and basically told me, "Oh, you should have had a backup plan. That's what you should have had." It seems
No way.
unstable. It seems unstable to me that I kick you out 2 days before we close on our house, and you don't have another place to go to. You don't have another house to go to, or another apartment, or anything along those lines. And I'm like, interesting. So I should have had a side life, a side apartment, a side whatever to be able to assume and take into account that, hey, this house isn't actually our house, it's your house. But glad I was able to help you with that.
Are y'all hearing this?
No.
Are you guys hearing this stuff? Because this blows my mind. The way how a narcissist will use you, and to the magnitude of how they use you, like, and you see how devastating that is. Take all your money for the down payment on the house, right? Dump you 2 days before closing because they don't want you to go through on the deal, because they know that once your name goes on the paper, it's equally yours as well too. So because she had the upper hand, she took everything. Once you already put the deposit down and everything is ready to go and the date is set for closing, she told them to draft up the documents with just her name alone on it. This is how it's going to proceed, because you guys have ended the relationship. You guys are no longer together. So you're just going to proceed with this on your own. Yeah. This is the type of monsters that you're dealing with. And then she's telling you, why didn't you have a backup plan? What does that tell you about the narcissist? That they have a backup plan. Exactly. Yeah. And a backup plan to the backup plan. Yeah. And especially 2 days before, like, yeah, let me go find a spot real quick. Like, what were you supposed to do 2 days before the closing of both of your house? Like, yeah, how are you supposed to go somewhere 2 days? Like, make it make sense. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, thankfully I was able to get an Airbnb, but I mean, even so, it's like I had all my stuff packed up, ready to go. We literally, hey, this is our house together. We're building a family together. Like, I want to have a kid with you. I want to get married. This is our house. You found the house. You showed us all the stuff that needs to get fixed in this house, the inspections, the deposits, all this stuff in general. Like, this is your house. Here's where your garden goes. Here's where this goes. You know what I mean? Planning out basically the entire infrastructure. So it's not like this was some type of surprise of being like, no, this was never going to be our house, you know? And that's really what hurt the most, was like, oh, so it was never our house. Wow. You know, I did that. I did that. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out for a second. That last half of what happened to you, where 2 days before closing, you know, I'm sorry. I'm still dumbfounded by what you just said. I am, whoa, you know, whoa. But I should have had a backup plan. But you should have had a backup plan. It's my fault. See, I did that, but I did it because I sold the house, and to get rid of the narcissist, he thought we were going to move together again, right? Yeah. To another house again, to start this madness all over again. Why would I give up this one that is beautiful? I mean, one day I'm going to set it up where we're going to do a presentation, and I'll bring some pictures. You saw the house. It's beautiful. Yeah. Right? And I'm going to bring some pictures, and we're going to go into some details, because sometimes I know we come and we don't have receipts, but whatever, you know. That's receipt enough. That was receipt enough. So what I did was, he thought the whole time that we were gonna leave together. So even when the truck came, the pods came for us to pack the things in it and packing, my guilty conscience, the 2 days before, my guilty conscience kicked in, okay? And my conscience was like, hey, this is a 4-bedroom house, okay? Humongous 4-bedroom house. I didn't want to be selfish. I knew I was done with him. And I told him to take one of the bedroom sets, take one of the TV, take some things for yourself, because this is it. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm done, you know? But I had to be ready to leave. And he thought we were going to do this. And the night when I told him that I'm done, we're not moving together, so take some things, he was crushed. He started to lose his mind. He was like, oh no, like we built this house together, you know, we did this together, like we could do more of them together. Let's keep doing this. Let's why would you want to leave? He's begging for me to stay and telling me that we can do this again. We could build, you know, keep building more houses and renovating more houses, when he never helped me one day.
Well, yeah, because you did all the renovations yourself, is what you told me.
Exactly.
So how does that make any sense that like that's doing it together? Like, where were you? Were you hanging out somewhere? Were you chilling in the back? Like, what's going on, buddy? You called out for work every day. So what's
right? But you see how they want you to not let go. You see how they're telling you everything you want to hear in that moment to not let go. So that's why I said, not to take away the attention from you or anything, but I did it the opposite, you know, because I already knew that I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired. I'm burnt out. I'm losing everything. Every day you come home, you break the house, you break the things in the house, you break the TVs, you destroy the furnitures, you break and destroy the house repeatedly. And I find myself going backwards with this man. Okay. I'm replacing back everything in the house, rebuilding, rebuying back stuff in the house because this man is destroying the house. So I had to say, this is it.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to cut my losses and walk away. Yes, it got worse the day of closing because he realized that I'm really cutting him a check to walk away. He refused to sign the papers. He did not want to close that day. He was making a mess. I even offered him more money. Okay. Money talked. I went up and offered him more money because that day I was done. Okay.
That's pretty ridiculous, the amount of money that you're offering him, and he's
the amount of money
he didn't do anything
offered
for
him.
it.
And he didn't. This is what we sign up for. Let's be honest.
For sure.
You know, the type of using, and people don't realize that this is really real. Like we really go through this.
Yeah,
and you don't be embarrassed that you went through this kind of things. Don't be embarrassed that you experienced this with the narcissist. Like for real. Don't be embarrassed. That's why we're here talking about it. Okay. They will destroy everything in the house. And that was a malignant narcissist, a sociopath. Okay. Because I'm learning more that he was a sociopath. Okay. A real sick person. So be careful of who y'all invite in your houses. I'm going to go on mute and I'm going to talk to the people on TT to tell them to hop on over to the YouTube channel. Y'all tap the screen, hit the like button, subscribe to your girl channel. Let's get this, okay?
Let's see what we got going on here.
You want to grab something from the comments? Adults and children's body. Oh, you couldn't have said that no better.
Yeah, you grab the comment. I'll answer it, and then when
you'll be able to see it. Okay, because I know there was quite a few, and the comment section was heating up really heavy. Okay.
Yeah. So surprise me with one. I'll answer it, and then you go do your thing. Come back, and then you respond.
All right. Let me see what I could find. Okay, I remember. Let me see. Okay, here's one. It's from Wise. She said, sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is that someone's inability to see your worth says nothing about you. It's a reflection of their own insecurities and brokenness. Never let them devalue you. I got it.
Yeah.
So can you elaborate on that a little bit more while I talk to TT?
Yeah, absolutely. I know for a fact for me, like I told you all, like when I first met her, it wasn't fine. I was financially stable, you know, I had all that stuff, but I wasn't like emotionally stable in the sense of I wanted to be loved. So I didn't know my worth essentially on, being loved, on all these things in general. So I allowed her to essentially disrespect me, to devalue who I was as a person. And it wasn't until I basically had that like aha moment of like, I'm doing all these things now, I'm taking care of business, and there's proof in the pudding. Like, I obviously, what I'm doing is proving my value, and the fact that I'm going above and beyond, and that things are progressing each month, each week, each year, they're getting better and better. We're not declining. Things aren't getting worse. So that's when I started to wake up and be like, okay, so if I'm elevating the situation, I'm making it better, and she's still devaluing me, something's up, something's awry. And that's when I'm no longer crazy anymore, because I'm like I said, I got the receipts. I see that we're elevating ourselves. If we were going backwards, we're losing our house, we're falling short on loans, money, things like that. Sure, understand that. I can understand her devaluing me and be like, you're the man. Why are you not taking care of the bills? Why are we running behind? Why is there no food on the table? There wasn't a single day within this time period that there was breakfast cooked, lunch cooked, dinner cooked every night. And I'm not talking like basic meals. I'm talking like fancy, organic, high quality meals for her and her daughter, to make sure that they're living the healthiest life. So that's, again, when I'm like, you're not valuing this at all. Like, you're devaluing this. Like, you're not giving me any kudos or the worth of this. Something's awry.
Yeah. You'll never get validation from a narcissist. So if
100%.
you're looking for validation, you're never going to get it. You'll never get it. And they will watch you. What they'll do, they'll throw you a little bit from time to time, like give you a little something. When they see that you're begging long enough, they'll give you a little something just to keep you quiet. And the little that you get, you feel so excited, and it feels like they just gave you the world, and you're holding on to that for dear life. Absolutely. But in reality, that was just a little crumbs. That was just a little sprinkle, like just a little sprinkle, just enough to keep you. That's the chef thing, right? Just to drop a little bit on there, just to keep your taste buds going. But it's not filling. There's nothing filling behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's empty. And you find yourself craving more. It's almost like, you know how they'll say out of sight, out of mind. But then it's like you desire the thing that you don't have the most. Like when you don't have it, you want it the most. Like you crave it. It's like having a parent not in the house.
Yeah.
You overlook the one that's there because you're yearning so much for the sense of belonging with the other parent that's not in the household. So it's one of those things. It's like when they don't give you the attention and the affection that you crave, you're yearning and looking for it, just hoping that they'll actually just give it to you. And that's what they use as a weapon to punish and starve you. Like,
oh yeah, especially when they're breaking up with you every week or every month. It's like, of course I'm trying to like make sure I'm getting affection or love, because I feel like it's always this unstable comfortability of, oh, are we breaking up today? Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you for love bombing me in the morning and then telling me that you don't want anything to do with me at night. I appreciate it.
Was it what, Love Bomb Wednesday?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or Breakup Wednesday. Oh
Wednesday.
Yeah. Breakup Wednesday, right?
Pretty much every Wednesday or Tuesday, let's schedule it at this point. Like 6 p.m. work for you? Because it seems like that's the spot on thing when I come home from work.
That sucks. Okay, that sucks. If I can say anything, Energy. Thanks for your comments, sis. Energy says it's an unfortunate way to learn a valuable lesson. I couldn't agree with you more. It's very unfair.
Yeah.
But I see how, like now, I can see how necessary it is because I didn't know this monster that I was with.
Yeah, and again, I agree. I think that literally these people are sent by Satan. They're demons sent by Satan to basically make you stronger so that you find your soulmate, your partner, the person, because it's going to make you stronger, So these people, if you continue to stick with them, you don't get them out of your life, like you're never going to find your person. And it's never going to work out the way that you want to. And that's, again, very demonic. They have no emotions about this. They don't care. They want to see you fail. They want to see you never find your person because you're not worthy in their eyes and you don't deserve a good person, but you do. You do deserve a good person. You do deserve a good relationship. Like, this is what we're designed to do.
I totally agree with you. Brown Eyes, sis, my sister. Welcome in, Brown Eyes. So happy to see you. That's Nikki from Cornerstone Health, or from Corner Health. Right? Yeah, something like
Oh,
that. I
yeah.
can't remember. That's Brown Eyes. That's one of my day one day. Hey, Brown Eyes. Hey, sis. Welcome in. So grateful to see you. I think this is a personal request on here, so I'm gonna put this up. And you know, Courtney wants to talk to you. She wants to ask you a question, okay? Because you kind of act like you didn't hear it on Thursday, and I don't like my family to feel like we're being ignored, okay? So I'm just gonna let you know, okay?
Woo, it's getting hot in
Please
here.
do not
I mean,
ignore my family like we're fam over here, okay? Wise, let me see. Wise says 3 years in engagement with a narcissist and didn't have any physical contact for 2 years. He always had an excuse.
interesting.
Wait,
Okay.
what? That sounds like a shelf. Like he put you on. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you on a Rolodex that he will come and scroll through the Rolodex when he needs you, when he needs supply from you? What are
Sorry
your
you went through
thoughts
that,
around
yeah.
that statement, Spence?
I mean, I'm sorry. That's honestly, I was dealing with the same thing. Like, full disclosure, everybody. Like, I'm really into tantric. I'm not gonna like lie about that or anything. Like, I'm a huge tantric guy.
Courtney, are you in the room? Courtney, I'm just kind of looking for you. Like, hey, where's Courtney? Courtney, he's into tantric. Okay, Courtney,
So that's
into.
yeah.
Listen, let me go see if I can get the dictionary and see like what you talk about.
But yeah,
go ahead.
So that's my approach when I'm in a healthy, loving relationship, or what I assume is a healthy, loving relationship. That's how I take my approach sexually. So with that being said, when I'm being told basically that I'm not, up to the standards and I need to work at certain things, and I do, and I get up to certain standards and I am working at those things, and you're still playing the same game of not wanting to have sex with me, not wanting to do any of that in general, for what reason? For some weird excuse that doesn't make any sense, but it does make sense because somebody else is feeling that portion of their life.
Ooh, was that a mic drop? Was that a dig? Ooh, whoa. Because you'll never be good enough for a narcissist. So, hey.
Absolutely.
You will never be good enough for a narcissist. Somebody else is filling that shoe. Somebody else is hitting a home run, and it ain't you.
Exactly.
The problem is you. Like, oh my goodness. This is just like, it's like, do we all have the same story at this point? Like, I'm just saying, are we all just gathering, having the same story? Is this just as a kumbaya moment and we're getting together to let it out, get it out? Like, I know.
We're on our island right now. We're on the island.
We're on this narcissistic recovery survivor island, like by ourselves, getting it out, letting it out, and like really seeing these people for who they are. But my biggest takeaway is the simple fact that you don't know them.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't.
No.
And that's that to me should be the big thing, because they want to get you in bed in 3 weeks or less. Okay? They want to get you in bed in 3 weeks or less.
Yeah.
And it didn't dawn on any one of us that something is wrong with us for making decisions like that as well too, because it's like, I don't know nothing about you. Who are you? What is your credentials? Are you beeping when I scan you? Is a certain alarm, a buzzer, or something going off when I scan you? Like, what's really going on? We don't know these people, but yet still we want to give them our body, our mind, and our soul.
Well,
you got to think more about it, people. Go ahead, Spence.
Well, that's a good point too. So like, I personally feel that like energy transfers. So like if you're engaging with someone and you're transferring the energy like that, it's a really like, it can be a landmine, or it can be a nuclear bomb, or it can be bliss. And so for me personally, I don't believe in high body counts. I think, whatever, do your life, things like that. But that's not for me. But for narcissists, I've noticed that they don't care about a high body count. They treat sex as nothing to them, basically, which is even more upsetting and more frustrating, because it's like, you're choosing this person because you feel that you love them, you want to be with them. You're not just going to have sex with them and dip out. But they're thinking the opposite. They're like, I can't wait to dip out, or I can't find the next person because this is what makes me feel better, is only using my body for this.
Yeah. It's a weapon. So the fact that you were actually bringing stability to the relationship,
Yeah.
that's why you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. Like,
it is.
Think about it. It's uncomfortable. It's unfamiliar. It's not chaos.
Yeah.
That's why you're not contributing to the relationship, because you're not bringing chaos. You're not bringing confusion. You're trying to bring peace. You're
100%.
trying to bring structure into the household. You're doing healthy stuff in the household. So it left from the margaritas, which was toxic, right? And now you're doing healthy things in the household. You're making healthy meals and you're working, and you seem to have a good persona. You know, we're getting a good impression of who you are. If all of this is true. And based on what I've seen so far, I don't have a reason to question your integrity. So I'm looking at this as you're bringing stability and you're bringing peace and you're bringing something, you're giving your all to this relationship, which I know we all have done it. If you're truly an empath, you have given your all to sacrifice your happiness and bring the best of you to the relationship. That's not good enough, because that goes against what the narcissist is used to. They're used to chaos, confusion. That's how they thrive. So you might be wondering why you guys can't get along, why things are not working. It's because you cannot thrive in a home with a narcissist, because you're trying to have stability and they're going on this roller coaster, emotional roller coaster, and they're unstable. So it's not going to work. Yeah, but you're still trying to make it work, because you're like, okay, so when I do this, I make them upset, so I won't do it. And you start to dumb down yourself. You start to numb yourself. You start to sacrifice yourself. You're trying to fall back.
Yeah. And I guess that's one thing that I saw in the comments here too. And I'm still like, like I've never really claimed to be an empath. So I'm still trying to figure out what that means in general. But I think I'm understanding basically what is said on that, which is even more interesting, because like obviously when we're going over these things and going over narcissism, it seems like narcissists do target empaths is what basic. Yeah. So that's it's all kind of making sense now.
And that's why I said it's good when we create spaces like this and we have these type of conversations to normalize, you know, your experience, to help you to understand that what you went through is real. It's legit. You know, you don't have to feel like you're alone in your experience. You don't have to feel like you're doing this by yourself. That's why we're creating a space like this, so we can have these conversations, because a lot of people have not heard about narcissism or don't understand the true definition or the behaviors or traits or characteristics of a narcissist. And people go around and throw the word around and don't even know really what narcissism is. So I'm happy that we're talking about the behaviors, the experience, and through these experiences and behaviors, that's how you're going to learn traits of a narcissist. And you're going to see the learning experiences there, the learning opportunity, and the things that you can do different and better the next time around. It's like we're doing this where you can walk back and track back your areas of opportunity. I'm not going to say mistakes, because they were all lessons. Okay. So 100%. Your areas of opportunity, we're kind of walking that back and going through it and kind of just dissecting it as we go along to see what it really looks like, to see what is it that they do? How do they function? How do they operate? What is the treatment? Because we all seem to have pretty much similar experiences, and it's happening the same kind of way, where manipulation, gaslighting is key.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really key in all of our experiences that we all have in common. Is we have to learn gaslighting. We have to learn manipulation. We have to learn these things. And if we don't heal those areas that are vulnerable, that's where they're going to prey on your vulnerability. Okay. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. That's facts.
And they do target empaths because we're nurturers.
Yeah.
We're loving, we're kind. So you might asking, how do I spot them, or how do they know that, you know, it's me and stuff? They do little tests. They're small little tests that they do to check you out. Are you caring? Are you loving? Are you kind? You know, are you going to keep coming back for more? Or, you know, do you give up easily? They might ask you to do something that's very simple. And because you agree, you said it's okay, you didn't realize that was the test.
Yeah, exactly. It's a constant test.
That was the test.
Yeah.
That was the test.
Yeah.
And then the early breakups, because you said that before, right?
Constantly.
The early breakups,
Every
the
week.
constant breakup,
Yeah.
every other week or every week is a breakup. I did that. And I remember I used to say to myself, like, what is going on every 2 weeks? Like, you know, when you're approaching the chaos, like you start to time it now. Because you're like, okay, we went past 2 weeks. It's coming, you know, like you're like, whoa,
Every
something
week.
is gonna go off. And you're like, what can I do to not set this thing off?
Exactly. Yeah. And that, again, that's a good like pattern to see with the narcissist. And because I've dated 2 now. So there's the numbers. So the 2 narcissists, what they had in common is, again, there was always a very scheduled and like calculated time of when to break up with me, either Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. It was the same day, time, all the time. And that seems to be a pattern. And this question, by the way, that I just saw is wonderful. So thank you so much for that question. And we will definitely tackle that.
Which one? What does it mean when a narcissist infiltrates your dreams and the nightmares? So the nightmares were demonic and beyond frightening. Do they get supply from both genders? Oh.
Yeah, I would agree with.
I had to kind of squint my eyes there a little bit to get this one.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to jump into questions. We're just going to take them as they come. Okay. So if you drop one out there, we're just going to go with the flow. So we'll take this one. You know, normally we wait to the end for questions or whatever, but listen, we're doing it. Okay. It comes up. You got it out. We're getting it. Okay.
You want me to go first?
You want to? Go ahead.
I mean, all right.
Go ahead. Take this one. Take this one. It's fine.
So
yeah.
So my story with this basically is like 100%. This is a real thing. And when I was with my narcissist, I used to have this weird thing happen where I would like wake up in the middle of the night, like thinking that somebody was in the room or that something was going on, and have these like crazy dreams and nightmares. And what I started doing is I would pretend like I would go to sleep before she would. And then I would see what was going on, because I could tell when she was about to go to sleep, like her breathing changed, things like that. And what I noticed is that she would say weird things to me while I was sleeping. And not just that, but like it seemed like weird things would transpire during the night. Like she was like purposefully like messing with me. And that's one thing I have noticed with the narcissist is not only do they infiltrate your dreams, but they also mess with your sleep, so that when you break away from them, you're still having those like 2 a.m. wake ups, 3 a.m.s, 4 a.m. thinking that someone's there, having the nightmares and dreams from them. So absolutely, this is a real thing completely. And it's psychological warfare really at its best. And the best way that I can describe myself as breaking through it is basically praying away like the spell, whatever it is, the contract that's binding us together, like binding us together is we have to break it. So every night before I go to bed, I'm like, hey, praying to Jesus, like, break this spell, break this contract. I'm going to have great dreams tonight. I'm going to sleep well. I'm going to sleep through the entire night. I'm not going to, but also do things to make sure that my sleep is going well. So disconnecting from social media, disconnecting from computers, whatever it is, an hour before, not reading anything negative, not, going over anything from the past, relationships, things like that, like only focusing solely on positivity before you go to sleep and manifest it. I'm going to have a great dream tonight. I'm going to sleep through it.
I love it. I love it. Go ahead.
Well, and yes, on the genders thing, I think that's very 100%, because I've heard it in my relationship with narcissists. Oh, I'm just going to go date a woman then. Okay. All right. There you go.
It's very, very true. The narcissist does not discriminate. No. And you're probably thinking it's not true. But think about the worst thing that you can possibly think about when it comes to a narcissist.
Yeah.
And then triple it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I'm really, I know I too was in disbelief until when I get devastating news and I learn about things and I uncover things. I don't put anything past the narcissist anymore, because I get it. I get it. You truly don't know a narcissist. And genders, they do not discriminate against genders at all. They don't. Once they're getting a supply, their needs met, their supply, that's all they care about is the supply. It don't matter where it's coming from. So you'll start to notice a shift in their behaviors, and it's because they're actually getting these supplies from any gender,
Yeah.
anyone. They don't care. It's called supply. They got to get
Exactly.
their fix.
Great. Yeah. Great question. Are you gonna?
If I'm gonna jump on answering the question, I think you handled it.
You sure?
I
Okay.
wouldn't
All
hammer
right.
it. I wouldn't hammer it because
No, you got it.
what you said was enough. You know, I don't think people realize that they're casting spells on you while you sleep,
100%.
and they wait for you to go to sleep, and then they do it. So while you're in that subconscious and you're laying there with them, they're chanting things in your ears.
Yeah.
For you to be programmed, and they're programming you with these information in your ears while you sleep. So when you went there was nowhere else for me to go. Fazia, you're most welcome, sis. You're most welcome. When you went there, I knew where you were going already, because yeah, that's how they get you. Repetition.
Yeah.
Repetition. And not only that, during intercourse, that's another time where they cast spells on you as well too.
100%.
Because during that, release, to say the least, they're taking your energy. Because remember, you're relaxed at that point. You're letting go at that point. They're taking what you're letting go.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
It's a ritual. Remember, it's back and forth movement. It's repetition. It's a ritual. And they're gathering during that time. So this thing goes really far. Like, it goes really way back. It goes pretty far. And it's pretty deep. And especially if you're with a narcissist, it really is pretty deep.
Well, that's what I honestly too, I'm still working out this theory, but I think doing tantric to a narcissist, I think it breaks them, honestly, because it's causing them to have emotional feelings. And so you can kind of start to gauge to see, because that's essentially what tantric is that you're connecting on such a high level. You become high essentially. And so, and especially, but the secret key to tantric is obviously loving somebody. If you don't love somebody doing it, it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's not going to work. But I really do believe that that's how you can essentially find one out, is like you'll break them. They'll cry or whatever it is. And then all of a sudden they won't have any emotions, and it'll be, there'll be this, it confuses them because they're actually feeling something. You see something being felt within them and you're like, I think I'm getting somewhere. And then the next day you're broken up. So it's fun,
They're punishing you. You just cause them to feel vulnerable and to connect to a feeling. When a narcissist connect to a feeling, they feel a sense of vulnerability and they're uncomfortable with that feeling. So that's too much emotion involved. That's too much freedom. That's your body's relaxed. Your mind is relaxed. You're really connecting and becoming one with your partner during that time, and you want a narcissist to connect with you. A narcissist does not form deep, meaningful relationship because they don't have no connection. They don't do nothing that's emotional to make deep connection with you. So it's very surface level. So you want them to feel.
Exactly.
That's how you know the whole thing was fake. Yeah. That's how you know it was not fake, and all them time as she's pretending to be into it, it was fake the whole time.
Absolutely.
And that's what happened when you expose a narcissist. See, they don't like exposure. Let me tell you that. They don't like being exposed, because when you know about them, they don't want nobody to know that they're the monster, because they've done told everybody around town or in the neighborhood, everywhere, that you're the problem.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy.
But when you step away from the narcissist, that's how you unalive them. Absolutely. That becomes the death of them. Okay? I'm trying to, on TV, I don't want them to hear what we're talking about, but I'm going to wrap up TikTok over here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and wrap TikTok over here, okay? No, but that's exactly what happened, that you become, you rip their soul out, because you're the one who's covering them. You're
Yeah.
the one who's holding it down for them. You're the one who's making sure that the family looks good. Like you said, food on the table. You're a grade A supply. That's a grade A supply qualities. You're putting food on the table. You're providing, you're protecting, you're doing all of these things for them. And you're telling me that, what?
Yeah, it's not good enough.
That's not good enough?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah. Skate better, apparently. Just skate better.
Yes, Wise, the smear campaign. The smear campaign is what they do. They go and they tell everybody everything bad about you and slander your name out there. And then you're left in a position where you feel like you want to defend yourself. The one thing I'm going to tell you, don't.
Yeah.
Don't. Do not
it.
try to defend. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't try to defend yourself. Instead, better yourself and level up and stop worrying about the narcissist.
Because at the end of the day, those people that aren't going to believe you, like, you don't want those people in your life. Like, the same thing happened to me. People that, are pretending to be Christian or whatever it is. And they never said anything like, hey, how you doing? How's everything going? No. Those people are not worth your time. If they're not going to reach out to you and see how you're doing and make sure you're doing well and actually start having a real conversation with you and only believe one side of the story, like, nah. You don't need those people in your life. You really don't.
I'm with you here. I'm with you. I'm going to take this question for you from questions are coming in. So our question for the night is Spencer. So after two narcissists, I know what you meant, energy, okay? I'm going to get it there, okay? I know what you meant. After two narcissistic relationship, do you think you can still fall for another narcissist?
No, never again. This last 2 years or 3, actually, it's been like basically last 4 years of dealing with this and meeting narcissists. Like this is a first for me, and this is a last for me. Like the first one I was a little confused on. It was basically like within 6 months I was out. Second one about 2 years, and I'm like, no, this is it. I see all the signs. I see what's happening. Like, I'll never do it again. And now I know how to essentially test a narcissist to see is doing specific things that I'm sure Nessa and I will eventually get to.
Can you tell me?
No. We'll save that for another time. But there's ways that you can test a narcissist now.
Do you hear this? This man is telling us that he got the secret sauce. Okay, he has the secret sauce.
We both have it. That's
you gonna put me on the spot like that? Like seriously, you're gonna call me out that I know the sauce? Okay,
wait,
all right.
Just wait. We'll wait for it.
So I can't even act like I don't know what's going on, right?
But no, it will never happen again. And if it does, like, I failed everybody here, and it will not.
But you know what? No, like you know what? I'm gonna challenge that, and I'm gonna disagree with that because, and I'll tell you why I'll disagree. Yes, I can meet another narcissist. So I'm not saying I would never meet another narcissist because you could meet them, but you're gonna fall for them. No, I agree there because you can talk to them, but you're getting the tips here. You're getting the secret code. You're getting the book, all the information on how the cheat code, basically the narcissistic cheat code.
Yeah, exactly.
On how to overcome them, on how to outsmart the narcissist. Like, these are all nice words, right? Like cheat code, outsmart the narcissist. Like, you're getting them here. All the tips and tricks to learn their patterns in their behavior so that you can actually be successful. Okay. Yeah. So I'm with you there. I would only challenge that I would definitely meet another narc. But fall for them? Nah.
That's what I'm saying. I'll definitely meet one, but fall, definitely not.
Not fall. Not fall. I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
They'll fall for me. They'll fall for me, but that's where that ends.
The best thing, like, I'm not gonna spoil his stuff, but I think the best thing you could do is be in your element.
Yeah, exactly.
Be in your element.
Yeah.
You know the work that you've put into yourself. You know the work that you've done. You know the language of narcissists. You know manipulation. You know gaslighting. You know love bombing. You know when devalue start. Because here what? We can all get caught up in the love bombing stage, but you shouldn't be falling in the love bombing stage, because after the love bombing stage, it comes the devalue stage. That's when you'll see the true narcissist. And the first time they show you, believe them. Enjoy the love bombing though, guys. Like, I might be mean for saying this, okay? Be careful in the love bombing stage, but enjoy it. Because if they came to play with you, take advantage of them and be out.
Exactly. Thank you for the compliments.
Because they came to play, you know? They came to play. Enjoy the compliments. Enjoy the stuff because they came to play with you, but you can play this game better. I'm telling you guys, by the time we're done, you're going to be so equipped on how to handle a narcissist. They're going to wish they never met you, okay?
And
Keep hanging out with us.
Get them to pay for dinner too. Do that.
Listen, Cat Lover says, let me big up Cat Lover. Shout out to you, Cat Lover. Cat Lover says, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Okay?
Facts. Yeah, facts.
And that's one of the biggest things that's factual is that once you see it, you cannot unsee it.
Yeah.
I think there was some more questions coming in. Hold on. So Spencer hit that one, y'all, that he would never fall for another one. Okay. So let's hop on here. Wise has another question. Wise has a question. She says, people who know them, look at them like, why are you there?
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
So people who knows the narcissist already is wondering, what are you doing there? And they're all looking at you like, oh, I'm going to just watch how this play out. Because they already know the patterns of the narcissist. So you're here like, oh, you met the best person. And they're walking around like, oh, I got somebody. I got another one. That's them. They got another one. And the whole time everybody's watching and looking at y'all like, yeah, this ain't going to last. It's just a matter of time.
And that happened with me. I mean, when I first started, dating this person, a lot of people reached out to me on random accounts, basically telling me who this person was. And I didn't want to believe them. I really didn't. I was like, why are they sending it this like ominous, encryption type thing? Basically, like, why is it being so weird? And then after we broke up, I mean, it's been a plethora of people just flooding in, basically telling me exactly who this person is. And it's like, I'm thankful that it happened back then, but I'm also realizing that like I wasn't going to believe it back then. So I understand and I'm thankful for those people that did that and tried to reach out and warn me. But it's also like, it's hard to believe it. And now that I see it now, full picture, I'm like, yeah, okay. It makes complete sense now that the game was being played. The joke was on me. Everybody else knew but me. And I didn't want to believe it.
Hey, I just want to shout out Courtney. I hope she didn't leave yet. Courtney, my love, I hope you feel better, sweetheart. I hope you really do feel better. Yeah, I hope we didn't stir up anything too much, an emotional sickness or anything like that. I hope you do feel better, sis. You're such an amazing support. You're such an amazing family member. And we just want to know that you're okay. Feel better, my love. No, you did not dominate the conversation. Nah. You're getting some things out, so let it out. That's okay, sis. That's what we do here. That's what it's here for, okay? Let it out, get it out. You're perfectly fine. I just saw your comments. So I just wanted to tell you, if you didn't leave out the room yet, have a wonderful night. Be blessed, and I'll see you back Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love you, sis. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, Courtney. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Courtney.
Hit me up anytime, Courtney, on social media.
Listen, Jay Steele is in the building. Shout out, Jordan. Welcome back. Welcome back. Such an amazing pleasure to see your comment pop up in the chat tonight. Let me see. Let me just bring up one of his comments. Can you see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
He said it's crucial to focus on your boundaries to avoid falling victim to a narcissistic personality. Well, Jordan, with that statement alone, without taking on the second half, right? I get where you're going. But when you start to value yourself and start to set those healthy boundaries for you, because the boundaries is not for the other person. The boundaries are put in place to protect yourself. And then you'll start to know your worth and your value. Once you understand you have a purpose here and you truly believe that you do have a purpose, then you'll start to move towards that purpose. And you won't let nothing or no one derail you off that track anymore. So to say really going for that narcissistic personality, you're going to see it. You're going to interact with it. but you're going to identify it much quicker. With the knowledge and the information that you're getting and that you have gained and the experience, you're going to spot the narcissism quicker because it starts with manipulation. And when somebody is trying to manipulate you and running game on you, that's an immediate I'm out. Like you should never give them a second chance. You should never negotiate. You should never second guess your beliefs or negotiate anything. You never negotiate with the narcissist, okay? Nothing is up for negotiation. Nothing is up for second chances. There's no second chances with a narcissist. And if you have that mindset and that mentality, that's your boundary. You play games with me, I'm out. You disrespect me, I'm out. You curse at me, you call me out my name, whatever your boundaries look like, set them. You're out.
Yeah.
You don't give them a second chance to call you out your name. No, because then you're enabling them. And now you become a part of the problem too. Just saying. Let me see if I can get into the second half. Did you want to jump in here, Spence, and take the second half or the first going?
No, keep it going. Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say to Jay Stu.
Jay Stu, yeah, you gonna stop? You gonna leave me and Jay Stu? You got Courtney, okay? You got Courtney.
Right.
Leave me and Jay Stu, okay? When you know your limits and enforce them, you create the foundation that protects you from toxic dynamics, and you're spot on, okay? Yeah, see, I didn't read the second half, but we're on the same page of it. Yeah, you're spot on, okay, Jay Stu? You are spot on. And Wise said something, and I think you could take this one on if you want to read it out and stuff. If you could see it, you could take it.
Yeah. Looking back on your relationship with your ex, can you identify moments where you felt like you were losing yourself or questioning your own reality? How did you cope with those feelings at the time? Do you want me to go first, or you want to? Oh, yeah, okay.
No, you could take this. You could definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was constantly like when we'd get in arguments and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to work through this. Like I did a lot of research into this relationship in the sense of like, I was reading books of like how to be a better partner, how to be a better stepdad, how to be, pretty much anything that you can essentially think of to be a better partner and stepdad is really the books I was reading and the steps I was taking. So in the beginning, it's like, yeah, I felt a little fuzzy. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm still learning this stuff on the fly. So when you're saying things that I'm messing up or not doing this, like, yeah, I was like, oh man, I'm definitely questioning myself. Like, am I a bad stepdad? Because she would say that, she'd be like, you're a horrible stepdad. You're a horrible partner. Yeah. So all these things is I'm like taking care of business, and so it took a while for me to basically, once I've read through the books, done all the research, that I'm like, you know what, I'm actually doing everything that it says to do it. And one of the main books that I read was The Way of the Superior Man. And once I was able to fully analyze that book, I implemented everything that was basically saying there, by the book, step by step. And that's when, again, I stopped questioning my reality. I stopped questioning everything in general, because I'm like, you know what? I'm taking all the steps. I'm doing all the things to be a man, to be a husband. And this is basically what what the end result was. So how did I cope with these feelings at the time? At the time, it broke me, because I was like, yeah, I don't really feel like working out. I don't really feel like going anywhere. I don't really feel like applying for jobs. And that was the whole design, is basically try and break me and push me away from that. And so, like I said, once I was able to accomplish those goals and get to the point where I felt comfortable, that's where I was able to erase all of those past memories and all those past things.
Wow. So looking back on the relationship with your ex, can you identify moments when you felt like you were losing yourself or questioning your reality? Yes. When I would see that he's in his phone, texting other women on Facebook, messaging other women, doing all of these things, sending them nude pictures and stuff like that. When I would see all of these things, it made me really realize that, like I'm numb. I'm numb. I have lost myself. I have lost I felt so lost. And I remember one time having a conversation with my sister's husband, and I told him, I was just like, I can't touch his phone. Like this is my husband. I'm married to him. I can't touch his phone. It's a problem. If I touch his phone or anything about his phone, it's a problem. And he don't share stuff with me. And he's like, like I have my business going on, and I have things going on. What kind of business? You ain't working. You ain't got no job. What kind of business you got going on? but this is how they operate and this is how they think.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I said to my brother-in-law, I said to him, I said, I don't think you guys understand. I'm married, but I'm alone.
Yeah.
I'm married, but I'm a single mom. I'm married, but this is the loneliest I've ever felt. Like he's never home. There's
Yeah.
nobody here. Like I'm alone. I'm crying out to them, but I guess they don't understand it because they don't speak narcissism. I didn't even know what narcissism was at the time. I just knew what I was experiencing and I was not myself.
Well, I think that's a good
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think that's a good point too, is that like when you're dealing with a narcissist, in my experience, the parents of the narcissist don't want to believe it or they don't understand it or they don't want to acknowledge it. So when you try to have conversations of like, hey, reaching out, because I used to reach out to like her mom or her dad and be like, hey, how can I help your daughter? Like, I want to marry this person. I want to have kids with this person. How can we fix this? And they would act basically like they had no idea what I was talking about. That she's a perfect person, that there's no issues, like everything's fine. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what you mean, basically. And that's, to your point, they have no idea. They don't seem to get it. Or if they do, they don't want to acknowledge it.
No, it was just you felt more crazy.
Yeah.
You felt more. I felt more crazy during those times of like I was just losing it. So
Yeah.
yes, I felt lost most of the time because he would always say that I'm disrespecting him, and his mom would be like, "How was she disrespect?" Like she's trying to ask him, like, "How was she disrespecting you?" And he was like, "She and our man them." She have our man them. I don't know. I just always do the mimicking the voice. I don't know. It just happens, y'all. Please don't make fun. It just happens because I could just picture him saying it. She and our man them. She and our dirty man them. The man. Like, bro, shut up. So yeah, so it was always me with the man, but you never saw no evidence of a man. It's always, I always got somebody going on. Like I always got a man somewhere, hidden somewhere. So those were the accusations. And his mom is with me all the time. Like she's like, what disrespect? What man? What? So everybody's like, is this man crazy or something? Like, so we're thinking they're normal, but there's something really messed up top. Like they're really off their rockets. They're really not well.
And to add to your point, Wise Oracle, too, on your or your message there, like, yeah, I found out that the parents definitely were, for sure. Like the mother, absolutely. So yeah, you're 100% spot on that.
Yeah.
Like her mother was doing the same exact stuff. I mean,
yeah. So they act like they're supporting you. They act like they're with you, but they're also enabling the narcissist because they're not correcting them because they messed up as parents to begin with because they did this. They created this mirror of themselves.
And she would pretend to be my best friend, her mother. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm going to help you through this, blah, blah, blah. And then at the very end, it's like she started turning on me because I realized, like, no, you're full of crap. Like, you guys both are. Like, you guys are both playing the same game. You're doing it with your husband. She's doing it with me. It's a fun little game you guys can talk about on the weekends while you're playing like Candy Crush or something. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy behavior whatsoever.
Not at all. Isn't she lovely? Welcome in the house. Welcome. Nice to see you. And Pretty Girl Rock, sis, it's such an amazing pleasure to see you in the room. Grateful, Joey. Welcome in, my love. I appreciate you so much. It's mind boggling. Like my head is like spinning when you think about all of this. Like this is what we went through, y'all. You are perfectly in your right mind to have questions, to feel scared, to feel nervous, to feel uncomfortable, to be ashamed, to really go through this. But I'm here to tell you, don't be ashamed of this, okay?
Yeah.
You went through this. You experienced this. It really happened. Don't deny your reality anymore. Don't doubt yourself anymore. Don't second guess yourself anymore. Yes, it's real. Yes, you went through it. Yes, you experienced it. Okay? You don't need anybody else to validate yourself but you. And you don't need it. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes when we run to people to validate stuff or to try to prove ourselves to other people, that's us trying to justify or trying to believe ourselves that like we're trying to convince ourselves during those times that it really happened.
Yeah.
But you can't run to people to convince yourself. You got to believe in yourself that it happened and accept that. Because they're going to gaslight you. They're going to dismiss your claim. So you're going to be left spinning in circles like, did it really happen? Maybe I'm just overreacting. And then you never heal those true wounds. You dismiss them. Yep. Excuse me. You never truly heal them because now you dismiss them because it's like nobody seems to believe it's real. It really didn't happen. So you're starting to think like maybe it didn't really happen. And then you dumb down the things and you never really process the hurt. And that's what would lead to another narcissistic relationship, because if you don't process the pain and process the hurt, you're susceptible to repeat this behavior.
100%. And like we said, we're not falling for another one. So heal up and stop falling for them.
I'm with you right there. I'm with you. So I'm trying to see, do we have any more comments, questions coming through? Shalom, sis. Shalom, sis. Isn't she lovely? Shalom, shalom, my sis. Welcome in. Sweet. It shouldn't be that way with spouses. I can't touch your phone. Yes. And that was such a big problem.
Yeah.
And I think one night we really need to get into privacy and secrecy.
Absolutely.
The difference between the two. I think it would be really good if we get into that topic. What does privacy look like in a relationship versus secrecy? Because there's a complete difference with the two. And I think we really need to break it down.
And on top of that too, like when we do break it down, like people need to understand that like this is the game that they play. Those they make you feel crazy about the situation. Like they make like you shouldn't have to worry about what's on your partner's phone, but they make it to the point where you have to worry about it because you're like, what is really going on? And that's again another form of like psychological warfare. So once we get into that, that'll be part of the like hard hitting aspect of it. It's like they're trying to make you feel crazy, but like you're not crazy. So if you feel something in your gut is wrong and awry, like it's probably because it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It normally is. Like it is. Yeah. I have so many notes here, and I'm gonna jot down this one because Wise want us to speak on NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. And I think we'll definitely put it together for you and come back and speak on narcissistic personality disorder. What really is narcissistic personality disorder? What causes narcissistic personality disorder? And how can you spot it? Can someone get healing from it? Can they recover from it? Like, I know you have a lot of questions really about what truly is narcissistic personality disorder. It's really an identity crisis, but I'm not going to spoil it so bad, okay?
And on top of that too, just so everyone's aware, like someone that is narcissistic, they have other traits too, like BPD, like, or they have bipolar disorder in general. Like it's not usually just narcissism. There's usually a multitude of different things that are kind of set up with that. If it's depression, so it's all kind of the imbalance of the chemicals within this person's brain is where it's all kind of being like tied together.
It's definitely a chemical imbalance, and it's not just one thing. That's why sometimes people would make statements like, oh, you're angry, oh, you're a narcissist, oh, you're self-centered, or you're into yourself, or you're a narcissist. Like, that's not narcissistic, okay? That's not what it is, okay? We all have emotions. That's emotions. That's not narcissism. See, narcissists have a different rage. They're fragile. Their ego gets bruised easily. They don't take constructive feedback or criticism. They feel attacked. They feel like you're coming on to them. So they're going to defend themselves. It's a war zone. Okay. You're signing up for war. Be prepared. Be prepared. So know the difference. So I agree. I think we should definitely have a discussion about, break down NPD. And so we can have a better understanding of NPD. So I am with you there.
Absolutely.
I'm with you. I just wrote it down so I know, and I'll definitely have a flyer up. I'll put it in the community tab. So for those of you guys who are new to the channel, welcome back to the channel. welcome to the channel, and also our day one family, welcome back to the channel. Please hit the like button, okay? Because Spence is like, they're supporting, they're watching, but they're not smashing the like button. Come on,
Not
people.
sure what's up.
Smash that like button, right? So
Share,
Spencer could be
share it.
happy.
Share it to your friends. Share it to your family.
I
I mean, that's
know,
really
yes.
getting out
Let's
as much
get
as you
it
can.
out.
That's how it works. Is just liking it, subscribing, and sharing it. It's the biggest thing you can do to help everybody.
I totally agree. I'm just taking notes here for this comments coinciding with other mental. Yes.
We got you.
Wait, guys, I want to show you something. It's so Wise. You mentioned about this mental issue. Y'all, can you see my shirt? What it says? Mental health matters. See that? Mental health matters. I must have known, right? I must have knew something about mental health was going to come into the topic tonight, right?
Absolutely.
It's important. And this is why you have to take care of your mental health, okay? You have to take care of your mental health because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. A narcissist is going to take it and they're going to run game around your mental space. Don't ever go to the narcissist Oh, forget about that. Y'all know we're going to have a topic one night about the narcissistic family, like a full-blown
We have to
gaslighting narcissistic family when you... I don't even want to get into it because I have a story for y'all, okay? I got one.
Can't wait.
I got multiple, okay? But that one, oh yeah, that was,
coming in hot.
They're good, okay? The narc's parents. I'm just taking notes here really quickly, y'all. Please don't mind me. NPD, yep. Isolation. Okay, see this one. Okay, so we have a question here from Fazia. Let's see what's going on. She said she forgot to ask this question on the first time. Do they also sleep with the family members?
So I've never.
No one is off limits.
Yeah, no one's off. I've never had that happen personally, but I wouldn't surprise me if that was something like if you had extended family. Yeah.
Yeah, no one is off limits. I've had clients that I've spoken with, had coaching sessions where the narcissist is touching their own children.
Yeah.
The narcissist is having sexual intercourse with their own children. So family members or the sister or the cousin, yes, they'll mess around with family members as well too. Nobody's off limits.
Yeah, there's no.
If you know the monsters that you guys are interacting with, I'm telling you, you will run, okay?
Yeah.
You will run. I'm ending this one on TT. Okay, I went ahead and end that one. So yeah, I'm telling you, nobody is off limits, Fazia. Nobody is off limits. Yeah. It's sick. They're sick in their head. They're not wired properly. And you see the sickness. But here's what happened is that you get glimpse of the goodness. And you let the glimpse, there's little snippets of goodness overpower the sickness that you see on a regular basis. That's the problem. Is when you do see those level of sickness, that's magnitude, that's, it's magnified, should say, you ignore the fact that you only get little snippets of something good.
Absolutely.
Now that I have TT offer here, by you choosing yourself, by you walking away and taking away all of these things, you will kill the narcissist. That's the death of the narcissist. That's how you kill the narcissist. By knowing these things, by having these knowledge, by having this information and seeing that you're the real MVP, seeing that you're the real, the GOAT. It's you. Your covering is on that narcissist and is protecting them. Once you remove that covering, they're exposed. The whole world could see them and they're crunching inside that. They're falling apart. They're dying. They're literally dying. And you can see the devil on their faces. I promise you, if you're a grade A supply. If you want to cripple that narcissist, if you want to kill that narcissist, if you want to bring them to their death, let me tell you something. Take off your covering.
Yeah.
Stop playing boo-boo the fool. Take off your covering and see what happens.
Absolutely. Disconnect. No contact.
Bring it home. Bring it
Yeah.
home. Hey, Heather, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, Heather. I'm gonna put your comment up. Wait, no, hold on. One
Oh, we
popped
got
up.
another one.
Sorry. Hey, Heather, welcome in.
Hey,
Nice to see you. Thanks
how's
for
it
the
going?
support. Thanks for the love. First time in. Welcome. Welcome in. I know you came to show love, you came to support, and we welcome you. We appreciate you.
Thank you for being here, Heather.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Couldn't tell
Great.
you thank you enough for coming through.
Do we have any questions? Any more questions from
Any more
anybody? Or?
questions in the chat? Maybe I missed the question. If I missed one of your questions, please
Yeah.
type it back in the comment section. I can try to look through, but that's going to take me a little time. Seem a little bit occupied or distracted. You're a new subby. Okay,
All right.
Heather.
Welcome.
Thanks, Heather, is a new subscriber. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Do not hesitate to hit that like button. Share this with someone else, and welcome to the family. Got a place here now. Okay, welcome.
And remember, you can always go back and watch the full video. So even though that it's live right now and we're getting close to the end, like you can go back and watch the whole video and it'll always be up there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have you ever, I'm telling you, Wise be on it. Wise, she will be on it. Okay.
She knows,
She is spot on. You can tell by the things that comes out of Wise's mouth. Okay. You can tell that she really was with a narcissist and she really put in some work. Okay. She has put in some work. Okay. She said that their eyes get black. Have you ever noticed that?
100% facts. You can see it.
You can see it. Like you can see when the devil takes over their body, whatever entity takes over their body. I remember one day he hovered over me and was yelling at me and screaming at me and the rage. It wasn't him.
Yeah.
It wasn't him. And it was somebody else in there. Like,
that's when that's when she would confess the things, that was where she would confess it all, is basically when she was in that like crazy demonic state of like, who is this person? Like, who am
because
I
there's somebody else in their body in operation right now.
Absolutely.
Yes. Like people think you can't have these conversations with people, like people who had never been with a narcissist. You cannot have these conversations with them.
They don't think they exist.
They don't think these things are real. Okay.
Yeah.
We're all not making this stuff up. We're all not losing it. We're all not crazy. Okay.
But that's the thing though, is like, that's how it's designed. Is it's basically like a giant gaslighting, of making people believe that it's not real. Like that's the biggest like gaslighting that narcissists can do, is convince people that they don't exist, that they're not real, that they're not demonic, that they're not sent here from Satan. You know what I mean? Like it's the ultimate gaslight.
I don't know. Like, we're all not losing it, okay? There's no way we're all losing it. But this is what they want. Can you imagine? How long did they think this was gonna last? Like, how long did you possibly think this was gonna last? Forever. And they don't think that you're really gonna leave. They think that you're gonna come back. They're hopeful because of how many times you have broken up, gone back and broken up, and every other week. So this is their normal routine. So this is just another day, another walk in the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, 30 days has passed. Okay, 60 days has. Oh, they're losing it. Oh, year has passed. 2 years. Wait, you're not coming back? No, there's no way. You're rejecting me. You're really leaving me? Oh no.
Whoa.
Oh no. I didn't believe that you really was gonna walk away and say, screw this, I'm choosing me.
Well, and that's the thing that I noticed that I did wrong in this relationship too, is that I would specifically tell her like, hey, I'm never going to give up on you. You know what I mean? Like I'm never, whatever happens, like I'm never going to leave you because I love you. I want to be with you. Like I thought you were my person. So I will work through any situation. And for me, that was the mistake, because then, basically opening up the plethora of the doors of, hey, and then as soon as I'm telling her like, hey, I'm done with the disrespect. Like I will leave you. That's when things get way worse. That's when things amplify, because you start telling them, I won't tolerate this behavior anymore. I will not tolerate this disrespect anymore. And if you continue down this path, I will leave. And they're like, you'll never leave. You'll never leave. And I know I can do whatever I want to you because you'll never leave. Well, that's a mistake, because this time that's it for me.
They don't like They don't like consequences.
No.
They don't follow rules. So you're giving them consequences for their actions? How
Exactly.
dare you? So, yeah, how dare you give her consequences for her actions? You're supposed to take it because you're her emotional punching bag. You're
Exactly.
supposed to take it. When she dumps anything on you, you sit there, you take it, you shut up, and you don't complain. Simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would you tell her that her behavior is wrong to correct it? Why? And you're going to give her consequences and she needs to be accountable? Why?
Yeah.
What are you thinking? You know, this is how they operate. This is what they think is normal. This is normal behavior. So Wise says, what are the most effective strategies for someone with narcissistic traits to develop genuine self-awareness and begin to break the cycle of manipulation and self-centered behaviors? Rebirth?
Yeah. I mean, finding God, honestly, like going to church, becoming a better person. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it, because every narcissist I know, especially the ones that I've dated, is they don't believe God is real. And they always constantly, they don't believe God is real, but they constantly attack God. So how does that make any sense? If you don't think God's real, then why are you constantly attacking God? Why are you constantly attacking me when I'm praying? You know, so on and so forth. So that is something I think, honestly, personally, like regardless of what God it is, like you got to, you know, find God. Just that's really the reality of the situation.
Yeah. I'm totally with you. Okay. Rebirth.
Yeah. That's the only way.
That's the like that's me summarizing it in a nutshell, is that rebirth. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when I listen, y'all. That's when I knew I needed to give up and let go of the narcissist. Because if God created him, then God already knew this mess. Okay. God already knew this mess. This ain't for me. And he did not choose to be with God, because if God gave all of us free will, why would I want to take away the narcissist's rights to choose the devil? If we all got free will, let's be honest, why would I want the narcissist to make a decision to be with me? That's the problem with empaths. Okay. We love to fix things. We have a big heart and we love fixing things. We love to see the good in other people, but we forget that we need to clean up ourselves first.
Yeah. And Wise Oracle, you do have a good point. Like, yeah, there is definitely some people that will, in fact, like trick you on that, is like saying that they do believe in God. But again, like you know, like if you push, again, we'll start releasing things of like how to test narcissists, but you start pushing a narcissist to like pray and go to church with you and like actually like have these hard hitting conversations, like you will see them break. So I don't know about your case personally, but I know that if you start doing things like that with the narcissist, it will hit them hard.
I'm with you. You push them enough, you'll expose them. You keep
100%.
pushing them enough, you will expose a narcissist. Okay.
Go to church every day.
and they're good enough to sit there with you and fake the funk. Okay.
Exactly.
Because their goal is just to break you.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
once they keep poking at you to break you, that's all they need to do, is just to break you. That's all their goal is to break you, defeat you. So when you rise up out of this and you overcome a narcissist and you get out of a narcissistic relationship, you just crushed the narcissist. You just killed them. You just really ruined them. I don't think you guys understand what you're doing by choosing yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think you really understand the damage that you're doing to the narcissist. I know you probably want to see it in real time. Like you want to see all the things that they have done to you. You want to see all the hurt. You want to see all the pain. You want to see all these things that they have done to you happen to them. It don't work like that. It don't always work like that. But it happens though. You'll see them suffering. You'll watch them suffer. And you're wondering like, huh? And you're watching it in front of you, because by you leveling up and elevating is their sufferation, is their death. Because you were supposed to be defeated because they came to defeat you. So why are you still standing? So they're going to do everything to hoover you and to get back to you to try to break you down. You're doing good. Keep going. That's it. That's all I could say to you is keep going. You got isn't she lovely comment?
Yeah, you want to tackle that one there?
Yeah, you want to grab it? She says, why are the narcissists left alone while everyone else goes to therapy? That was rhetorical.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was rhetorical.
That's how I was making a joke. It's trying to be
Oh,
facetious.
I just saw it. Like, I'm actually reading through it. I'm
There you
like,
go.
that was rhetorical.
I was waiting for it. I was
Oh
like,
man, that was funny.
check the
That
clock
was a
here.
good laughter moment. That was very funny. Okay, I got you, sis. I got you. I got you. We need the laughter. It's like after going through all of this narcissistic madness, like you want to bring back your smile. You want to bring back these things because they rob so much from you. Because they came to rob, kill, steal, and destroy your happiness, your joy, your peace, everything, to steal it from you, to rob it from you. So that's what they're here to do. I'm just going through the chat to see if there's any more questions in the chat. This one says this will use any tools against their soul. Any questions you see that you want me to pull up? Oh, Heather has a nice one. You want to go ahead and read this one, Spence?
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm so sorry, everyone here who had gone through such horrific times with such terrible people. Your energy is so beautiful and amazing, and I wish you all an even better 2025 full of blessings. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate it.
That was well felt. That was well felt. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes. This is real, This is real. This is real. This is not, we're not here on some make-believe stuff and just, oh, what you think about this? No, this is real life experiences. This is not some made up stuff. This is real life stuff. Real life experiences. Look who jumped into the room. Danielle is here. Okay.
Yeah.
Daniel is like, listen, I'm late, but I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah. What up?
Welcome in, Danielle. Welcome in. So grateful to see you. I'm so happy that you're here. You missed Courtney. She wasn't feeling so well tonight, and she bailed out a little bit earlier. She wasn't feeling well. So it's all love and support. We all family here. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you, Daniel. Gracious to see you. Daniel, did you have a question that was burning this week? Did you have a question or, anything that you wanted to talk about before we wrap up and get out of here? And I'll let Spence bring it home. And, I'll give you a second to type in your question. So let me ask you a question, Spence. Let me cook up a question for you. Let me see if I can cook up a question for you.
Man, I'm gonna turn off the camera. Give me a second here. Just kidding.
Let's go. So I'm here thinking about, what, your experience of how you met the narcissist, in a low vibrational place. And I'm just kind of paraphrasing here, recapping and stuff. And it's like you met the narcissist in a low vibrational space.
Yeah.
Where it's a narcissistic breeding ground and you felt like you found the one. And by you moving in within 3 months and noticing that you're no longer a good resource for the family, but instead you're a problem. How did you navigate those different emotions and feelings that you were experiencing at that time? How were you able to get through it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, even like I'm sure most people know at this point, but I'm a software engineer. I taught myself how to do that, and that's really how my approach is to life. Is that like if I'm struggling with something or not able to like figure it out, I'll start reading books. I'll start like listening to seminars. I'll start listening to audiobooks to basically figure out like how to be a better partner, how to be a better stepdad, and that's basically what I started doing is like, okay, if I'm in fact not adequate and I'm not doing the things that I need to be doing, then I need to start figuring out what it is. I need to do the research. I need to do the hard work and figure out specifically what it is. Because if I'm just sitting around all day playing video games or, sitting in my underwear drinking beer, like, yeah, okay, I can understand why you're saying that, like, I don't have value because I'm not doing anything. But I'm fixing all the things in the houses, like repairing the damages of things, like, anything you can essentially think of that needs to be repaired in a house. I'm taking care of that, taking care of dinner, taking care of every single thing that a husband does. And that's where, after I did all that research and did all these things and tried all these tactics to basically make this relationship better, because I truly did. I was like, I want to marry you. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Like you're the person. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to be that person that you love and you want to be with for that, forever. And so that's what helped me get through it, is like realizing and sitting back and be like, okay, so I've done all these things. I've figured it all out in the sense of like how to be a better person, how to be a better stepdad. And yet I'm still getting the same results. So that's where I knew that it was completely crap. I'm like, this isn't true, and that's what she would say to me too, is like, doesn't matter all the books you read, doesn't matter all the audiobooks you listen to, like you don't know what you're talking about. Like they don't know, all these professionals don't know what takes to be in a good relationship, or what takes to be a good stepdad, or any of those things. I said, well, wow. So all these people are wrong, but you're right. Okay. And you
the
have
goalpost moves.
Yeah. And you have books, right? You have books that are published on this topic, and that you've studied PhDs, things like that. Oh, you haven't? Oh, interesting. Because it seems that's what you're saying.
Well, the goalpost move. So if you're mastering this play, she got to give you something. And that's what happens when you're with a narcissist. Like the goalposts keep shifting. The challenge increases. It keeps moving. Like it's never good enough. Whatever you're doing is never good enough. And that's what when you're with a narcissistic person, you will never be good enough. And understanding that you'll never be good enough for the wrong person will make you learn how to value yourself a little bit more. And, gain that, I guess, that sense of self. It's that freedom within yourself. Breaking away, walking away from the narcissist, leaving them alone. Like that level of freedom that you get is unheard of. And you can't jeopardize that no more. You can't give that up for anybody else. Like, no, why would you give that up for anybody else? Exactly. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You cannot unsee it. I'm sorry. You can't unsee it. I'm gonna get to Heather's comment in a second. Wise says, conquering a narcissist does not mean defeating them in their own twisted games, right? You don't have to get involved in their game and play their games with them, right? But teach them, show them better than you can tell them. Show them, okay? Walk away, leave. That's how you do it. And I know maybe you want to try, and I know maybe you want to give it something, you want to give it your all or whatever, but walk away, okay? Get out of it, leave. It means breaking free from their manipulation, reclaiming your peace, and finding your own worth outside of their control. I think I need to leave that up.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good one.
I think I need to leave that up for anyone who wants to see it. Like, leave that up for the night, okay? And then I'm gonna go ahead and see. Heather says, Spencer, you sound like an amazing husband. This is so beautiful. She didn't deserve you, and that's a poor child. That poor child. They both lucky to have you. Yeah, I could agree. Okay. Yeah. I could agree. We've listened to stories, experiences, and when you're with a narcissistic person, they don't want to see you do good. They don't want to validate you that you're a good person. They don't want to make you feel like you are a good person. They will never give you that validation or that satisfaction that you are a good person, because they know that they're not.
Yeah.
So they have to project them onto you. Unfortunately.
Facts.
Unfortunately, yo, this is
heavy hitter.
This is some real stuff, y'all. Like, I don't know. Like, it just blows my mind every time when I think about it, what we overcame, what we really went through, what we experienced, and what we overcame is something real. And I know it's so hard to explain it to other people who have never experienced narcissism, who does not understand narcissism. It's so hard to explain to people like that, because they look at you like you're crazy, and they look at you like, why don't you just leave? Or, just get over it, like deal with it. Like, what's the problem? Why are you still talking about it?
Exactly.
You're talking about it because it doesn't make sense to you. You're trying to make sense of the nonsense. You're trying to understand the gaslighting, the cognitive dissonance, the mental fog, the brain fog that you're going through. And you're trying to heal, like, because you have to heal from the inside out. It's really, you got to start with your mind. You got to start clearing your mind. You got to start going through the process and really breaking free from this manipulation. It's a control, and they do this scare tactic to drive fear in you so that you're afraid to leave, because they make it so that your worth is buried in them.
Yeah.
Your worth is buried in them validating you.
Exactly. Constant defending.
Blows my mind every time I think about it. Every time I think about it and think about how much work and effort and time you have to go through to deal with that, to do these manipulations, to do these things, and they don't get better, they get worse. They don't get better, they get worse. Hey, America, welcome in. Nice to see you, America. Nice to see you. Said my narcissist literally jumped on me and I went to the urgent care and ER. OMG.
I'm sorry to hear. It's just,
I'm so sorry that you went through that. I'm sorry to hear that you had that experience. That we got to get away from these people.
Yeah.
We got to, that's the only way you're going to kill a narcissist. That's the death of them. To pull away your energy, to pull away your supply, to pull away your resource, to pull you away from them is how you cripple them, okay?
Yeah.
Pull you away from them.
The escape plan is easier than being trapped in the narcissistic prison. 100% every time. Just plan your escape, get out. Don't tell anybody about it. Don't tell them about it. Just go. Just get out of there. Whatever way you can, because whatever way you can is going to be way better than being stuck with that. It may not seem like that in the time that you're in it, but it is. It's going to be way better. 100%. It'll elevate completely on you. You'll notice too that doors will start opening for you once you break away from them, because there's some weird spell basically that's around, you know, like the narcissist, that when you're around them, your life is falling apart. You're not getting the jobs. You're not finding the people that you're supposed to be finding. You're not getting the money that you're supposed. I mean, it's everything. Everything starts falling apart. And as soon as you break that spell, things will start exploding for you tenfold.
Read this one. Just read this one.
The enemy calls you by your pain, not your name. Absolutely. For sure. Yeah, that's hitting it hard. That's a good one.
Like the
heavy
mic
hitters.
Drop like that.
Yeah,
like
heavy hitters for sure. Way to go.
The mic drop. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Love it.
That was deep. Whoa.
Love
Sounds
it.
simple, but if you know, you know. Abandonment, come on with it, bring it. Loneliness, come on with it. Neglect, let's call the pain.
Yep.
Love, let's call the pain, because they don't call you by, oh, remember you said it, like, when was it, Thursday night? You said it Thursday night. You were like, she's told you when things were ending, that in the beginning she saw that you were weak, you were broken, you wanted love.
I was a mess.
You was a mess, basically, right? She saw that in the beginning, that you were a mess.
Yeah, because I wanted to be loved. Yep.
Because you wanted to be loved.
Yeah.
So that was your pain, that you wanted to be loved. And your pain, like Isn't She Lovely said, was how she called you. That was how she treated you, how she addressed you, by your pain, which your pain was just wanting to be loved because you were lacking that love and affection. And that was your pain. Exactly. And she used that pain as a weapon to manipulate you, because some people have different type of pain where they have abandonment issues, you know, neglect wounds and different kind of issues that they have. But yours was just wanting to be loved.
Exactly.
Is that wrong? Like, is that so wrong to want to be loved?
No, it's not. So that's why if someone is treating you that way, that means it's not okay.
Stop looking for closure. Close that door yourself. Like, you are the closure. You
get out of there.
You are the closure. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling 100%. You are the closure. You don't need them to close any door for you. Okay. You are the closure. Let me see. So America, you want to take this? America said, thanks, guys. I've been done for 5 years, but no but no contact for sure for 8 months. It was hell. And I literally have PTSD from all the horrific things. Come here and talk about it. Okay.
Please do.
Come
Yeah,
here and let
absolutely.
it out.
This
Okay.
is the spot.
Because what you said just now is what I talk about plenty of times. It's not how long you got out of it. Are you healing from it? Okay. Because you could get out of something for a period of time, but you never did the work. Are you doing the work? Are you letting it out? Are you in a community? Do you have the type of support to make you normalize your feelings and to overcome this feeling? To not dismiss them, not ignore them, but process them, breathe through them, live through them, relive the experience. And if somebody is telling you otherwise, that you need to dismiss these feelings, run for your life, okay? Because your feelings are valid. And when someone gaslights you for so long of a time, you become unfamiliar to yourself. You don't know yourself anymore. So you're reintroducing yourself to yourself because you don't know you no more. You have became what the narcissist said you were, because they took your identity and designed something different and gave it back to you. And that's not who you are. So yes, having PTSD is really normal. It's very normal, but we got to work through it, not ignore it, not dismiss it, not just think that by putting it to the side and years passing and months and stuff like that is going to make it go away. But no, really and truly dealing with the pain of it, talking about it, getting it out.
And that's something that, Nessa and I've talked about too, as well as like, we definitely want to have like a segment on the things that we've done to get through these things of like PTSD and stuff like that. Cause I can vouch for it. I mean, I've had PTSD for that and some other things too, as well, throughout my life, through trauma and growing up and things like that. And so we can definitely get to a point where we share our tips and tricks of how to get through PTSD. And obviously not one size will fit all, but these are ways that basically you can start kind of dabbling and research and figure out your own way to basically handle PTSD, because PTSD is in fact curable. Like you can figure this out, I promise you. And we will help you do that. We will give you the things, the tools that you need to be successful at this.
This comment here saying that she can't stop thinking about it because it happened.
Yeah.
It happened. It's real.
100%.
But it's that if you don't make sense of it, you're going to keep ruminating. That's the word for it. Okay. Yeah. So there's an actual word for it, ruminating. So you're reliving it, you're ruminating about it. You can't stop thinking about it. Right.
Yeah.
So I guess if you look at it in a sense where it's not that you should stop thinking about it, but if you start to reverse things back and say, what did I learn from it? See, that would help to reverse things in a different way. So yes, think about what happened, identify what happened, accept what happened, grieve the loss of what you thought was going to be, and accept what's not, right? There's not a relationship. You're grieving the loss of what you thought was going to be a relationship. So grieve that, experience that, accept it, and now start to move on. And in your move on process, you want to think about, what did I learn from that experience? What did I learn from what I went through? And if you can pinpoint what you learned from that experience, then you have unlocked another part and you're starting to overcome that control and you're starting to work through your PTSD. It's really, it's a post-traumatic experience. You went through trauma and these are the after effects. How do you process them? Got to work through them.
Yeah. And on top of that too, like, and I know Nessa can vouch for this, like, become a beast, like go work out. If you have to work out every day until you stop thinking about it, even if it's just being at home, doing calisthenics, doing your own body weight, go work out 30 minutes, 45 minutes of the day. Get your anger, get your aggression, get everything out of there. It's a natural antidepressant. So you go out there, you do that, you become a beast, become the sexiest version of yourself. So when this person ever sees you, they're like, damn, I messed up, didn't I? Yes, you did. You did mess up, because this is me. This is who I really am. And guess what? I'm moving on, because I'm not ever going to allow you to be in my life again. And I'm going to allow somebody better to be in my life again. And this is the better version of me. So work out.
Yeah.
Go be a monster.
I love that, because I am in the process of writing the formula. Okay. So I am putting together the it's a 6-step formula that's to help you to overcome narcissistic abuse and help you to get your life back together after going through narcissistic abuse. All right. That's step 2. That's the second thing. That's the second thing is your wellness. Okay. Your mental wellness, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being. Yes. Because that was what helped me to get over it, is that I would go to the gym. I was going hard in the gym. Okay. I would make sure I get my workout in every day and then sit in a sauna and relax. Cause now I'm not doing anything. I have to sit still and focus and meditate and clear my head. So I totally agree with going to the gym, because the gym is therapy. That's very therapeutic. If anything that you're going through, go to the gym and go have an experience. You will get through it.
And
over time after I'm sorry, Spence. And over time after you know, because you love that person. When you love somebody, it's hard to just shut it off. It's not a switch that you just flip the switch and turn it off. When you truly love a person, it's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to process those thoughts, process those emotions. And you are forced to stop loving a person. But you don't have to stop loving them. You can love them at the level where they are, platonic.
Exactly.
Just a person. That's it. That's it. The basic necessities, the basic love of just loving a human being. That's it. So remove those romantic emotions and plans that was not. Because if you really think about sleeping with the devil, then you really know who you were in relationship with. Go ahead, Spence. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think to add to that, another secret for other than working out is eating healthy. Like, take care of yourself. Learn how to cook. Make some wholesome foods. You know, like make sure that you're not eating fast food all the time and things like that. Get rid of the chemicals in your life. Start eating healthy. Like, become the better version of yourself that, you know, scares them, because that's not what they want. They don't want you to eliminate all the fast foods. They don't want you to eliminate all the chemicals. They don't want you to work out, because if you do that, you're trapped, but you won't be. And I guarantee if you start doing those things, more doors are going to open for you. And you're going to start seeing a new version of yourself you didn't even know existed, which again, keep elevating, get better. That's the best way to beat them. Best way to defeat a narcissist. I'm serious. This hands down.
Pretty girl says, oh yeah, and she be dancing too with them kids. She got 2 kids and she be dancing with them kids. Okay, so yes, she gonna heal. Okay, she gonna go to the gym and have a good time, and she gonna dance. Yes, I do dance with my kids and I have fun with them. Okay, because the kids went through it too. Okay, so the kids need to heal as well too. And guess what, we're gonna do this together. We don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna figure it out, because we got to get through this. And listen, go to the gym, get new activities, find something else to do, find something that you love, or get into something that's awkward, get into something that's different, you know, go horseback riding, get into a golf club, you know, a bowling club, or whatever it is. Like, do some reading, you know, go to the library, do something that's so different out your norm, so that you become a part of something, become a part of a community, you know, get involved in certain activities or something. You know, just do it that way so you could be a part of something. Hey, Shannon, welcome in. You caught us at the time where we're wrapping up and we're getting out of here. We've been on here for 2 hours now, and this conversation is getting heated. But we would love for you guys to come back next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We would love to chat with y'all. And y'all know on a Tuesday night, there's no way we're going for 2 hours, okay? So listen, be prepared for it to be hot, heavy, and sweet. And we really quickly, right?
And just remember too that you can go back and watch the live video. So Shannon, we put in a lot of great stuff in here. We're sorry that you got at the end of the show, but go check us out. Watch the whole video. We'll see you Tuesdays and Saturdays. And yeah, just if you have any questions, reach out to us. Like, these are our channels here. You can see mine. I'm always available for people to chat and reach out. So hit me up anytime. Honestly, for me, TikTok is a better place for reaching out. Same with like, I reach at Instagram, things like that. Facebook, not so much, but I would say those would be the 2 main focuses on there.
Yep. I am so with you. Guys, it was a pleasure being here tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We got some great questions. Conversations was just flowing and going tonight, and we absolutely love it. Thank you guys so much. See you back next week, Tuesday night, and also next Saturday. So I cannot wait for us to have a conversation. And also something super important. If there's a particular topic, I know NPD is one that we're going to be coming back with, and narcissistic parents. I know those are two topics that we're going to be coming back with, but don't hesitate to send me an email at info@lifebeyondnarcissism.com. And Spencer, you want to drop your email in case they want to send you an email or send you a message on TikTok?
Yeah.
You want to give the info?
I'm gonna go ahead and drop my tag here.
Please, thank you.
And then here's this at.
So if you guys have any questions that you want us to discuss on a topic on a show coming up or whatever, and you want to hear that topic, please drop the question, the concern, email us or send us a message, and we'll be able to do that for you. So we'll be able to acknowledge that. And big shout out to the people that are watching and commenting and giving support. We appreciate you. We love you. And we thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You guys are doing an incredible thing, and we appreciate you. And we're showing up for you too as well.
And
I don't forget see it. Where did you put it?
Don't forget to like that. I put it in the chat there. So it's support@radiantvortex.com. But don't forget to like
this. Support at Radiant Support. I don't see it.
It should be in the chat. Yeah, it's support
you
at
guys
Radiant.
See it? I don't see it. It's not there.
It should be. Yeah,
no.
I see it.
You see it on your end?
Yeah, I see it on my end.
Do you guys see Spencer's handle in the chat? I don't see it.
Really?
Yeah, they say I don't see it. They don't see it.
Huh, that's very strange. All right.
Yeah, they don't see it because we want to be able to make sure they could get in touch with you.
So the email is support@radiantvortex.com, and then my channel, which it should be right here, right there. Yeah, that's going to be Radiant Vortex. So you can find me on all social. Like I said, TikTok, I tend to answer more and have more engagement. So that's usually where I do that. And then YouTube too as well. You can check YouTube. It's Radiant Vortex. I think Faith, I believe, on there, but TikTok is definitely, yeah. And then email is support@radiantvortex.com.
Okay. So I just typed it. Let me see. Did it pop up? Yep. There it is.
Sweet. All right.
Okay. So I just, I'm going to pin this. I'm going to pin it. So let me see.
And then if you want to pin just like my handle too, I guess, on there too as well, or
I just pin it. So yes, it's at the top of the chat. So you guys can see that I went ahead. They say I see it. They just see it. They see it. Okay, great, guys. So that's his handle on TikTok. So if you guys are not following Spencer on TikTok, please support his channel. He puts up inspirational video. So you can go there as well and get motivational video. I'm also on TikTok on Life Beyond Narcissism on TikTok. I haven't been posting really because I've been on here mostly now. But he's posting like every day, putting up inspirational quote, giving messages, and really being a face for the community. So guys, follow us on these platforms. We love you. We appreciate your support, and we can't stop showing up. And like we're enjoying this. We're enjoying this. We're loving it. But thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. Be blessed, y'all. Be blessed. Have a good night. Good night, y'all.